Now, we are going to give a big warm hand to Pedro Clavería, co-founder of Cuponation.
Thank you.
Awesome. Welcome. Welcome
Thank
again. I hope you are excited to have this crowd here to talk to you.
I see many faces that I know, but it's cool, yeah.
Awesome.
Excited.
Well, the very first thing we're going to do is to ask you a simple question. And it's not even a question, actually. Just introduce yourself.
So, hey, I'm Pedro. I'm a Spanish guy, 29 years old, who loves traveling. And right now I'm a co-founder of Cuponation, which is an exciting coupon website that brings the user the best experience in savings online.
Awesome.
By the way, where is the guy? I love surfing. So I would love to be one of those surfing travelers meeting locals.
You should actually take a look at their at their pitch. I'm sorry about this. I was at the Venture Day at IE.
Yeah.
Like it was like last week, and they were one of the best teams amongst everyone.
Looking forward to connect. Yeah.
So it's a great opportunity for surfers and even not surfers, I guess. But we can talk about that later. Yeah, don't worry about it. You don't have to push yourself too much. So yes, I want to know a little bit more about yourself as a person. And can you tell us a bit like your full story, really briefly, like?
Sure. So, yeah, when I was a child, I loved mathematics. That brought me to casino life and kind of gambling. And I won many contests. So in 3 years, I won around 240,000 euros in contests. Not gambling contests, but video contests. And so, yeah. So that brought me to meet Mark Zuckerberg in Silicon Valley, studying Google, traveling the world.
Wow,
and yeah, but I was a very bad student. So then I started university. Of course, I took Erasmus grants because they were a great opportunity to get lazy and meet people abroad.
What's your words? We have Erasmus people here.
So yeah, they are having fun for sure in Madrid. So yeah, I studied in Finland, Russia, Brazil, and after that I started working in internet. So I never worked in an offline company, and I think that's for me that was a very big change because when I was a child I didn't know what I was gonna do when I was older.
Awesome. Do you think from that experience being completely and totally online all the time, you can actually get a takeaway, a really, really nice experience that gave you the mindset you have now, like one aha moment kind of thing?
Yeah, definitely. So if I compare myself to my friends or my colleagues in university who went for working in a bank or a consultancy, so yeah, online gave me great experience. Definitely, I met more international people than my friends, and that opened my eyes in terms of, hey, I wanna travel, I wanna learn. Because, I feel that working in a bank, like 24/7, that was not my deal.
That is good stuff. And in the end, do you think that experience, that international exposure, gave you not just a better big picture, but also skills somehow?
Yeah. So, of course. I mean, the more you see, the smaller you are, and you're ready for anything. So I think the best skill I learned by meeting these international people was like, hey, why are they here in Madrid and they are from Moscow, and I'm not taking job offers abroad?
That is good. And Madrid is actually becoming more and more kind of an international hotspot. So everyone can have this.
And that's very cool. I love going to restaurants, and I'm like, we go for a coffee every day in the office, and the places we go are full of IE students or international people in Madrid. And I didn't see that before when I was at uni. So yeah, it's cool.
That's really good. And this is kind of the random part of the interview. Do you have a role model, someone you can actually aspire to be? Or
So yeah, I think everyone has a role model. So for me, I love what Richard Branson is doing. I love that guy, and I follow him, and it's very funny. I mean, for sure he's working, and he's a very tough boss, but at the same time, it seems that the guy is having fun. And I really, wow, that's really impressive, because not everyone is having fun while building such a big company.
I guess you're having fun in your
Sure.
work, and that's part of the deal.
Yeah, I try to have fun.
Do you have in that same kind of line of thoughts? Do you have like a phrase you repeat every day or all the time to yourself or to your team to keep you on track?
So not like I don't repeat it every day, but I like the phrase that says that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So yeah, that's my philosophy.
Awesome. That's kind of deep. And I have thought about that a lot. You cannot do things alone unless you want to go really, really fast. You have to have a team. And I guess some of your teammates are here. So this is kind of encouraging for them. We're going to talk about a little bit of your entrepreneurial professional journey. Back in 2010, tell us a bit about your experience at 20.
Yeah, so indeed in 2010 I joined my first real job in 20, the social network. That was kind of a Spanish Facebook that was a blast at that time. We were even bigger than Google in terms of traffic. So I joined 20, I was 24, I think, as a business intelligence manager, which basically meant I was taking care of the numbers, the scalability of the business, and supporting the commercial team to increase their sales by improving efficiency. I learned a lot. I was the youngest employee at that time, but after 1 year I quit.
Well, I guess that's part of your deal. Do you have a kind of a major takeout of that experience at 20?
Yeah, so what I took from 20 was that a group of friends built something that was great, gave a very cool job for over 200 people, and for me what was really amazing was how much fun they were having every day. I mean, it was very fun to go, like on Fridays we had the rule of whoever gets later than 11 o'clock in the office was paying the breakfast for the rest of the office.
That's a good policy.
And I became a really good ping pong player.
That's good. Did you pay a lot of breakfast?
No, there were really like rock stars in terms of Madrid fiesta in 20.
Well, I guess that's part of the deal of that company. Moving really forward, could you tell us just a bit about the different roles you had at Rocket Internet, like having all those roles? Did you get something out of that?
Yeah, so back in 2012 I joined Rocket Internet. And so I started in the Spanish office as supporting the marketing team. But so they sent me to Berlin, and that was the first time I was in Berlin. But I didn't visit anything in Berlin because I was working till very late, like from 9 to 4. So that was the very first experience I had in working hard. And then I went to Colombia doing marketing for Linio, which is kind of the Amazon in Colombia. And yeah, we scaled the business from 7 guys to 350 in 6 months. And that was huge.
Wow, that's kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
I want to ask something. How many marketing people do we have in the audience? 1, 2, 3, well, quite a few. Okay, this is kind of cool. And about that experience, like jumping from Germany to Colombia, did you find like any real deep difference between those two markets?
Yeah. So working with Germans is very hard, especially if you're Spanish, because they are so different to us. But then if you move to Colombia, I mean, I felt like a German guy sitting there because it was incredible how things are different there. Like, yeah, well, it's a different mindset there. Like, there's no hurry for things that are not really important. And that's cool.
Well, that's a different sense of urgency, I guess. How many Latin American people we have in the audience? Okay, just a few.
I love South American people, by the way.
Watch your words. I'm Venezuelan, so... yeah. Well, moving on a more personal note, I guess. Could you tell us about a bit of Kiwit? What was that about?
Wow, I don't know how you found it, but so Kiwit was an experiment I made. So I built an algorithm that hacked Twitter. It was done with an Excel because I don't know anything about programming or like coding. So I built an algorithm in Excel that made any Twitter account grow in terms of followers. So in 8 months, I got 100,000 followers in my Twitter account. I became the most influential guy in Spain, speaking about marketing. And I started selling it to companies.
With an Excel file.
With an Excel file.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
How many? I'm totally clueless about social networks. If you look at my Twitter account, I have like, I don't know, maybe 80 followers or something like that.
Yeah. So, but I have to say those are real followers, and so what social media is now giving us is transparency, right? If I want to become like you, I can check who is following you. Like those 80 people are following you because they are really interested in what you say.
Probably they are just family and friends.
Yeah, they are just so yeah, I can find who's following, I don't know, Richard Branson. So there are so many different things you can do to approach these people via, I don't know, liking their post, maybe retweeting what they post, or connecting with them, like send friend request or maybe a message. So yeah, that like for every 1,000 interaction I was making with a Twitter profile, we had a return of 15% following you. So which means that for every 1,000 interactions that Twitter allowed me to do every day, I was getting 150 people following me,
wow,
on average.
That's kind of impressive. And may I ask you what happened with that project? Is still on, or?
So what happened with Kiwit was that it died. I mean, I didn't have time. That was, I made it for fun. I didn't want to work alone. So I was working in Rocket at that time, and I just stopped using it. I was selling 2,000 followers for 100 euros to companies, real followers. I made good money with it. I don't know what I bought with that money. I bought a van, a Volkswagen van, hippie one.
I guess that's related to your surfing kind of.
Yeah, I wanna be surfer.
Well, that's good. Well, that's kind of interesting.
That was fun. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that keyword was something that deep. I mean, it's something really, really interesting. And I guess that idea can be actually useful nowadays.
It might be applied to Instagram. So right now Instagram is let's say the hype. So if someone develops something similar.
So do you have that like in the back burner?
But it's just, yeah, I know how Instagram works, but it was interesting at that time. I helped a lot of rock bands to become famous in social networks. I help celebrities. I help, I don't know, Renault Brazil, the car company, was a very good client. I work with, I don't know, Kia in Hong Kong, I think. Yeah, and
that's really good. You can actually write at least a blog post like
no, not really.
rock Excel shit or something like that. Well, let's talk about and this is moving forward again, about Cuponation. But let's talk about the company you are involved in right now. And first of all, could you explain to all of us how it works, and how it works mainly from the user point of view? If you are interacting with Cuponation platform, what people should expect?
Yeah, sure. So Cuponation is a website where users can find voucher codes or deals to save in any e-commerce online. So voucher codes are those 6-digit alphanumeric codes that you just copy and paste right before checkout. And you can make savings of, I don't know, 10 euros. So we have, for example, I don't know, 20 euros in Vueling, I think. We have 10% in Zalando or 15 euros in Rumbo. So it takes like 30 seconds to save around 10 euros average. And for the user, it's free. There's no register needed. And it's very convenient.
So do you have to kind of register in the process? And so everyone can actually take out a phone and start using the platform and get those discounts right away?
Correct. So you just go to cuponation.es for Spain, search for the brand or the website you want to buy in, for instance, I don't know, ASOS. So then we have a 10% discount in ASOS. You click, you copy, and then you are ready to go to ASOS and paste it right after checkout. So no register at all.
Awesome. That is good. So you should buy something at the end of the program. I was thinking of buying a couple of pair of shoes. How about from the other side of the platform, like from the, what businesses are getting out of Cuponation? The ASUS of the turn or the other companies you kind of advertise in your platform, what they are getting out of the platform?
So for the advertisers, we have indexed in the Spanish domain 600 retailers, or what we call advertisers. We bring users who convert into a sale, into a lead, and we charge them small commission that might be percentage or a flat fee per sale. So there is no other cost than a cost per acquisition or cost per sale.
So in the end, those are your customers. They are actually paying for everything.
Yeah, so for every, I don't know, let's say Iberia, if you buy a flight from Cuponation, then you go to Iberia, you buy a flight to Colombia, and you use, I don't know, 25 euros discount that we have. So Iberia will pay us an average commission of, I think in this case might be like 4 euros. So it's a very small commission for them. But it's pure profit for us, so we don't have cost on top of that.
Well, you actually answered the next question. Okay. Which is, no, that's great. It's about the unit economics, how that works. So that's good.
So we earn an average of 6% commission per sale. it's not applying to the Iberia case because you buy a flight for 1,000. So we earn around 6% commission, and the only cost we have is to maintain the website and the employees that we have. So there are no logistics behind.
Well, I guess it's kind of a very lean cost structure-wise.
We could say it's a kind of a marketplace.
Okay, that's good. Now let's try to think globally. Who are the main competitors of Cuponation at a global scale?
Okay, so this coupon thing, voucher code thing, because in Europe, when we say coupon, we think about daily deals. So it's huge in the US. So 1/10, like one transaction every 10 purchases that happens in the US has a voucher code, while in Spain is 2 every, 200 sales. So in the US, there are 2 very big stock listed companies called Retail Mirror and Coupons.com, which make around 240 million every year only with these commissions, small commissions that we spoke before.
Oh, that's kind of a huge market. And for the markets you are oversighting, like Spain, Italy, and Mexico. Am I right? Spain, Italy, and Mexico.
Yeah.
How are you dealing with competition there? Who are the main competitors in those 3 countries? And
So of course, we have competition in Europe. In Spain, our main competitors are also German-based companies. But this was a business built from a couple of friends who had a blog and were offering coupons. So we always say that we are kind of making it more professional. So we are the first real company, global company, who is making it happen in Europe.
Well, that's kind of a great accomplishment for the company. And apart from those competitors from Germany, like for instance in Mexico, who is your main competitor there?
So it's again the same guys. It's
right.
So this business is not as famous as in the US. So there are few players who know how to play it. And so in Mexico, we have small websites like providing users those voucher codes, but are the same companies that this Mexico, Italy, Spain thing. It's let's say it's happening. It's the standard for those German companies.
I know you already said before that when you were in Germany, you feel like a little bit uncomfortable, and when you fly by to Colombia, you feel like a German there. Trying to extrapolating that sort of experience in the market. Do you think there's like a real difference between those markets like Spain, Italy, Mexico, and every Latin kind of country to the rest of the world in the voucher industry?
Yeah, so definitely there's a big difference. So if I go to this is happening in Spain that we don't trust. Whenever someone approaches us and say, "Hey, do you want to save money?" We say, "No, I'm occupied." So in these markets, we don't believe that this will work. If I tell you, "Hey, get this code," like I send you a WhatsApp, use this code before buying those shoes that you want to buy, and you will save 20 euros. You will, if you are 100% Spanish, you would doubt, "Hey, what is behind it?" So in Spain, we are having a hard time convincing the users that this is a real business, this is working, and there's no cost, there's no implication of using it.
It's like people is waiting. Okay, where's the catch? I mean, where's the place you are going to really charge me money for this thing?
Yeah, I always use the public relation example of that guy sitting in the Oceans Drive in a Brie Beach saying, "Hey, are you going to this disco that is 50 meters behind me?" And you are going there, and he says, "Hey, get this flyer and you will pay only 1 drink and you get 2. And we don't believe it. I mean, we go to the entrance and we pay standard entrance because we don't believe that flyer will give us any kind of benefit. So it's kind of similar.
Well, that's from the product development point of view, is kind of tough to deal with these type of conditions in the market, I guess. And have you from the top of your mind, if you have any particular experience, like here in Spain or Mexico, when you were developing the market, did you find like a challenge with the, not just with the end customer, but with the companies trying to advertise their vouchers on your platform?
Yeah.
Who is tougher, the end user or the company advertising?
So for us, it's tougher, definitely the company. And comparing Mexico to Spain, it's much tougher, like making business in Spain. If we go to Mexico and we meet the top e-commerce and we say, hey, you know, we are the next big thing, you only have to give us a coupon and we will charge you a small commission every sale. They say, okay. And we are not ready to that, okay. Like we stand up there and we say, okay, so is this
Really?
time?
Really?
In Spain, we go, like it needs very much time.
Well, having like an overlook on the whole industry, I read some things about the whole sector is kind of sinking, following like the Groupon's behavior in the capital markets and that sort of things. In your opinion, do you think that this market is really going down in the near future?
So I think the market needs something to happen to get back again to those numbers that we saw back in, I don't know, 2010, when the daily deals were huge. Our business is not comparable to, let's say, Groupon, to speak about a brand. They are suffering, and I think it's due to those 7 emails every day sending you, I don't know, crazy stuff like alisado japonés and yeah.
What is that, man?
Yeah, and I don't know. I didn't use it.
It sounds like a porn kind of thing. Yeah, I guess that's the main difference between Cuponation and Groupon, Living Social, Amazon Local, and that those big companies, they are kind of bombarding you with spam, basically.
Correct. Yeah, they overloaded the user. I mean, all of us probably receive those emails, and we, at the very end, the offers they are giving you are always the same with a different title. So we users, they don't perceive the value proposition or the added value of buying this offer because tomorrow will come again. So, but our market is massively growing. Cuponation is one of Rocket Internet emerging stars, and we think that there's huge market, huge potential for us.
So probably what the voucher market needs is Cuponation doing its job. I'm not advertising here, by the way, but it makes sense. I mean, from the user point of view, I used to be a user of Groupon, and I don't even could sign out of their services. I just put it in spam. That's it.
Correct.
So I stopped using them because they were overwhelming me. Yeah. Okay, let's go from a more and in that same line of thought, from the strategic point of view, where do you see the industry going in the near future, like in the next 3 to 5 years?
So the voucher code industry will keep on growing. We see that the users are getting smarter, so we have to be really, they are very demanding, so we have to deliver the best content in the web. If not, we'll lose that credibility that we were speaking about before. And I see the market of the voucher codes, it's kind of changing the way we buy online at the moment, which is that right now companies are telling you, if you want to buy shoes, you better buy these ones because they are a very convenient price. But with the voucher codes, I'm telling you, hey, take these 10 euros and buy anything and you will get this discount. So that's a kind of a life-changing for the e-commerce.
Yeah, it's actually you are kind of shifting the market towards something that is a bit more open from the user experience point of view.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to be attached to one product at one time. You're going to get discount at this store, period. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I guess this is a kind of obvious question, but I guess Cuponation is following that path, like building on top of the user experience and everything.
Yeah, so Cuponation at the moment is educating the market because we are coming from a very, early stage of voucher codes in Europe. And of course, we try to give that power of decision to the user. So we are trying to follow the path.
Looking forward and doing a bit of foresight, what are the next steps and challenges for Cuponation in the markets you are oversighting?
So the next steps for Cuponation are making the market grow. The market at the moment is very small. And the challenge is to convince every e-commerce to give voucher codes to the users and to convince users that the voucher codes are there to be used.
Okay, just to have an idea, when you say the market small, could you give us some numbers to have some references?
Yeah, so Cuponation in Spain 2015, we generated 40 million euros transaction volume if we were a marketplace. With those 40 million euros that we deliver or we gave to our partners, we earned almost 2 million euros.
Other companies in your sector in more developed markets like the US, are you like in the middle, like in the lower end? Can you actually develop to that?
I think we will never be as big as the American market, that's for sure. Because coupons, I mean, they sell wallets to put your coupons in, like those offline coupons in America. But I mean, by being 10% of what they are, that's very huge. That would mean 24 million euros for us in Spain. Yeah, I'm not sure if we will get there, but with 10 millions, we are happy.
I don't know if this story is true, but I read that, I don't know, maybe years ago, that people can actually live in the US based on vouchers and coupons.
Yeah,
they don't have to pay a dime, so it was kind of nice. I don't know if it's true or not, but
so in the US, there are many bloggers who educate the users how to live for free using coupons. So when I was in Germany yesterday, I met a guy who is taking taxis for free and has been doing that for, I don't know, he said over 2 years by this friend-to-friend code. So he's creating new accounts to get those 20 euros off, and then he's using those 20 euros credit to get to any place in the city, and then his own account is getting 20 euros. So he has been doing that for 2 years and living, like, moving for free by taxi.
I haven't thought about that. I'm a fan of the sharing economy. I'm kind of in denial because I don't want to buy a car here in Madrid. I'm using the car sharing services, and I haven't thought about that. They have that program, and I haven't get a dime from that program. I'm gonna try that. No, I'm not gonna do it.
That's illegal, but
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Don't tell your friends.
Could you give us like a general advice to entrepreneurs in the audience that for some reason want to go to your industry, what should they do first?
Don't go to the voucher codes industry. No. So getting actually like the voucher code industry or the savings industry is massive. It's it's very easy to get in. I mean, I don't know if so everything is already invented. So starting a voucher code website or maybe a savings blog, it costs I don't know, 30 euros. So for example, we acquire one blog that is called Blog de Chollos from a guy who was break even in day 3. So he invested 20 euros to buy the domain. We acquired him in August, and right now he's 1/4 of Forocoches. Wow. So that means 1 million visits every month, and so last year we earned with that blog almost 500,000 euros with a blog.
So just to be clear, you're not encouraging people to crack Cuponation's business model with an Excel file, right?
No, not
okay,
really.
Good. Just to be sure. Let's go kind of in a different way and talking about different things, and from a more personal point of view, apart from Cuponation, which is you're excited about and you're working on so hard, do you have any other thing that passionate you?
So travel makes me crazy. That is it's very difficult to deal with travels and working, especially when you have a big team, because of course you have to be in the office every day. So I love traveling. So my plan in life is every, 5 years to travel around for a year.
That's good. And I guess I'm going to ask you for permission, but we probably are going to play the video you have online for the world round trip.
Oh, cool. Yeah. You can. I mean,
that's kind of nice. That cannot be videotaped, but we won a world round trip for free, paid by a beer company, and Marcos, who is sitting there, he was my partner in crime for those 6 months, and that was really exciting. Who is Marcos?
Vamos, Marcos.
You are the guy with the other hat in the video. Awesome. You have to look at that video. It's incredible. And could you tell us just a little bit about that experience?
So we won a world round trip, which means that this beer company, Heineken, was paying us 800 euros salary for each of us, plus the flight tickets. And our job was sharing with the users, via video blog, our experience. So we were filming around the world, meeting crazy people, doing crazy things, and we hit 1 million views in YouTube. And so because of the success of this campaign, then Heineken didn't want to repeat it and die with this in the podium. So we traveled over 24 cities in 16 countries for 6 months, and that was a crazy feeling. Like, we are used to pack everything to get back home, and I will always remember that we were packing to keep on traveling, which is it was crazy. Yeah, I was not used to that.
Kind of a life-changing experience, and I guess you probably are going to do that again.
Sorry.
Do you have like at least one professional or personal goal for this year, 2016?
So my goal for this 2016 is to, I don't know, to enjoy every day. I see many people not loving what they do in a daily basis. And I'm not speaking about job. Like, if your work is boring, then do something else right after. So my goal is to enjoy every day, to travel for sure, and to not spend any minute in stupid things that we take care of, like fighting with friends or with family.
Awesome. This is being videotaped, so. So we are just finishing the questions here, and then we are going to open the mic for you guys to ask some interesting questions. And we are going to go over really quickly to a few more questions. Like, do you use like any tool that you use every single day you cannot live without? And please don't say email.
So I try to use Google Calendar to make things happen. I use the alarm from the phone to wake up.
So you are the email guy, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, but I so hate so much the email thing. I use it every day, and I have like, you can look at my phone. I have like 6 different email accounts
So
I use frequently. So it's crazy.
I also use this task manager called Asana. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah, I used it before.
To remind me what has to be done.
There's some laughing here.
Didn't like it, but I love Asana.
Sorry, guys. You're going to have Asana for long time.
No, they are Trello fans.
Well, there are some differences. Do you have like a must-read book, blog, paper, phrase, or whatever for entrepreneurs in the audience and whomever is looking at the video?
Yeah, so for entrepreneurs, I like the blog called Getting Things Done from David Allen.
That's a great source.
It's about stress management, and for real people. I really love a book called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. It might sound like very commercial. I know it's in every shop, in the very bestsellers, so it's very easy to buy. But that was a book that we saw many times in the office, going around the people, and I really like it.
Awesome. That sort of resources help you out to set the culture of the company, and that sort of things helps a lot. And is there any way that the startup grind community here in Madrid or all over the world can contact you? And again, Twitter is fine. You don't have to give away to your personal phone number unless you want
it. So I think Twitter is a great channel to approach. I mean, it's so easy to contact anyone around the globe.
You're not going to apply as your Google
algorithm.
Shit to
No, so Twitter it's fine. If not, email always works.
Awesome. And last but not least, a piece of advice for entrepreneurs in the audience. This is a tough one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So for entrepreneurs, I would say don't give up. Don't listen to the advice of others, but don't pay much attention on them, and have fun while doing what you are doing.
Awesome. This is good. Well, thanks a lot. We are now gonna open the mic to some questions from you guys. So please feel free to ask whatever you want. Could you please come here and grab the mic?
Yeah, okay. It's kind of a weak question, but I have to do it. Do you think it's going to be an ending point for this coupon thing? I mean, whenever users realize that they are paying in a daily basis more for something that is not worth it, I think this could run for good. What's your opinion?
So the question was if there is any ending point for the coupon industry, right?
Yes.
So I think there's nothing which lasts forever. So for sure there will be an ending point for coupons. But I think the coupon industry will keep on adapting to the user needs, and there will always be ways to save, both for companies and for the users. So I don't see in a very next future the coupons going down like in bankrupt. Did I answer your question? Yeah.
Hi. Can you explain the way that you raised money and the platform of Rocket Internet, and if it helped you, was it necessary, and why did you choose Mexico and not Brazil or other big countries or stuff like that?
Yeah, so we started with Rocket funds. So they found us with 11 million euros, and that was very helpful. Like, 'cause money helps if you want to start a startup. So definitely, raising that money made Cuponation what it is right now. Rocket was part of our investors board, but was not only them putting money. So we have other 6 investors going together with Rocket. And yeah, so being part of Rocket portfolio companies is opening many doors. It gives you credibility, and that was easier for us to approach those advertisers that we work with right now. So that's how we started compared to our competition. So we started with 11 million euros. They are starting with, I don't know, 30,000 euros. And why going to Mexico and not to other countries? So I'm co-founder of these 3 markets, Italy, Spain, and Mexico, but we are in 24 overall. So there are other co-founders. It's kind of a startup Grind. We are over the world, except for US and UK. But these markets are very similar in terms of user behavior, and are very big in terms of e-commerce, and there are big opportunities in Spain and Italy for new startups, and Mexico it's growing as hell, so it's very easy to scale the business for us.
I wanted to ask, so you were speaking about before how difficult it is to get in through the Spanish mentality. And I've been reading about omnicanalidad. I don't know if it's omnichannelity. It's like really fashionable now. And I don't know if, are you looking through this solution? Maybe Amazon has opened a couple of shops when this wasn't like the starting idea. Is this the solution, or are you looking at other ways?
So, yeah, I don't know which is, did you get the question? So, we were speaking about how is it called in English? Omnichannel? Yeah. So, so there's, I mean, for us it's the business is very clear. We have to give coupons in the retailers or the stores where users are looking for. So, which means that if Amazon is selling in Spain, our job is to find a coupon for Amazon and give it to the users. But the pattern is very clear in Spain, so we are not that innovative compared to the US. So we don't have a mobile app. We are only a mobile, how do you call it? Like, we have our online version adapted to mobile. And for us, the business is very clear. It's like we don't invest into new things until we prove that they are worthy for the company and for the user. Paola.
So I had a question along the same lines, talking about local markets. You were talking about local markets all the time. And in Spain, the barriers you have with the clients. I'm very interested in, once you break through to a client, does he come back? Like, how many recurrent clients do you have, I don't know, yearly or monthly?
So you mean users, right?
Users, yeah.
So the user who learns about how to use the coupon. So if you had succeed in using this 10% in Zalando, we are 100% sure that there are big chances that you will come back. Since we don't have this login access, we don't track the user. But we know that once you learn how to use it, it's very... I mean, you will search for a coupon for the next time. So about offline coupons, at the moment, we don't provide offline coupons. So in the online, it's very easy that if you bought today in Zalando and tomorrow you are buying in Vueling and you see that there is this voucher sale saying, hey, do you have a vale descuento? You will search for it and you will try to find it and at least invest, 1 minute to find it. So the market, that's why it's growing. It's super viral.
So Cuponation you don't know your customers in the end. You don't know your users.
No.
They're just purchases, boom, 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 like that.
Yeah, so they are... No, we don't know the users. That's one of the that's one of the disadvantages of the voucher codes. But on the other side, it's so easy to access to the user. And since we don't ask you for that login or for your email, for you, it's easier to come back. So we make users loyal by giving them the best experience in online savings, yeah.
Do we have any other questions?
Yeah.
How do you know your clients, the advertisers are not stealing your money or reporting less sales? Because you don't track them, you don't know. I mean, is it a very specific code for each user, or is it like a global code that links it to your sale?
So that's a very good question. So indeed, Cuponation seems to be a very easy model, and it's very easy for new entrepreneurs to get into the market. But actually, what you mentioned right now is the biggest challenge in the coupons, to track the use of a coupon or of a sale, so we make sure that we get the money. So we have our own technology, and there are affiliate networks that give you the tracking solution, but this is a trust game. We have to trust the advertisers that they are paying what we deserve.
Well, give a very big warm applause to Pedro. Thanks a lot.